day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. It can certainly get loud inside this building, and just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the Tennessee Titans. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
A gain of 14.
Well, I'd say we're well past the time when we're trying to work out the kinks of the season, aren't we? We're already into week 3, and he's looking really, really strong. Already has won an AFC Player of the Week award.
Yeah, did that a week ago in week 2 with runs like that and then some. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
19 yards.
And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. A shotgun handoff to Henry. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
On the tackle.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Tannehill trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
And it's pretty evident when you watch how Minnesota plays, just how important Dalvin Cook is to their offense. 1,000-yard rusher a year before, the first one the Vikings had since Adrian Peterson was dominating their carries. And having Cook in the lineup for the bulk of the season, that made Minnesota exactly what their head coach Mike Zimmer wanted them to be. A much more physical team that complemented their defense.
And he's got this down to the 35. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Play fake. Cousins. He's got his man sharp, complete. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
first down. Here's the run with Cook. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the Titans' 22-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Cousins. And a heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And they'll have the football but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5.
1st and 10.
So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing a ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. Muscles him off. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A first down there on a pickup of 25. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complimentary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
Tannehill on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Tannehill. Steps away to his left. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, here's Tannehill. He's going deep for Brown. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
Amir Abdullah on the return. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you. A huge...
It's a foot race. 30. The 20. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, 79 yards. And the Vikings have taken a first quarter lead. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. Take it.
He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead.
Vikings 7, Titans 0.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first two drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? The turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
32-yard line.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Tannehill. Got him in. It's Brown. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
23 yards. And
how about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
And 10 at the 45-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Well, this one complete to Smith. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. And after his performance last week, everybody saw it. Unbelievable. You can expect a heavy dose of him again, I think.
Without a doubt. I mean, why wouldn't you? Because once you establish yourself that way, it's not just him, okay? It's his offensive line, it's a tight end, it's your wide receivers. Everyone now sharing in the load and sharing in the belief that they do their job, they'll see another performance just like they saw the week before.
It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming. Here's Tannehill. This Minnesota D up to the task on the 3rd down pass play. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
7, Titans nothing.
And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. They snap it to Tannehill. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. The Titans were number 1 in the NFL in red zone touchdown percentage last year, 77%. It's 1st and goal. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Derrick Henry with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
It is good.
And he'll bang that one through.
The game at 7.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And Abdullah will not try to bring it out.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. A give to Cook out of the gun. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Because his primary job is defending against the pass, you don't often see a cornerback making tackles in the backfield. But he's playing run all the way here.
And with a 3rd and 13 here, the defense in a dime look. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Lets it fly for Thielen. And traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
At their own 42-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. This offense thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary.
Yeah, I would agree with that, and what you have to do to combat it, try and get fresh legs in where you can, especially the skill positions. And then for the offensive line, instead of attacking, maybe slow the tempo down a little bit, let them catch their breath.
The 43-yard line.
Now it's 2nd and 9. Tannehill. Complete. Smith has it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards there. 1st down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Now a 1st down throw, Tannehill. He sets to fire deep. This is caught. Touchdown, Titans. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Titans have taken the lead. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play, and just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. Decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Cousins in step with Jefferson that time. 1st down, Vikings.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And this will be incomplete. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
There are a good number of coaches that anytime they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
Draw play, Cousins to Cook. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be a third and about 13. From the gun, here's Cousins. And the third interception thrown by Cousins. Picked up by the USC man, Dory Jackson. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Harris on the tackle.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there, holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. A first down carry for Henry. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
A gain of 4.
He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Tannehill going to throw on 3rd and 1. We hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. This Minnesota D up to the task on the 3rd down pass play. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal until they went through.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
Well, the evidence is once again presented why he was such a top target at LSU. And Justin Jefferson carrying that over to the NFL. He's what a lot of people call a natural pass catcher. What I love about him is the ability to play the ball in the air and at the moment of truth, go up and take it from a defensive back. This guy is smooth.
At the 46-yard line.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. That one a first down pickup of 8. Throwing his Cousins. He's going to float this one deep right side. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the USC man, Dory Jackson. So that now 2 consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. You wonder if he's trying to do a little too much out there.
Oh, I like where you're going with that maybe he's pressing it a little bit, trying to be too fine with his throws, or maybe overestimating his arm. It could be a combination of all of those things. In any event, he's got to get it figured out and in a hurry.
On the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 6-yard line.
6 yards left on 2nd down. To throw is Tannehill. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that'll be intercepted by the Pro Bowl safety Harrison Smith. And he's got his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
Intercepted. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Following the interception, Cousins. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left. They'll run with Cook. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Dalvin Cook in the final seconds of the first half. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game.
17. Vikings 14.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. So we reach halftime here with the visiting Titans taking the lead into intermission. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically.
Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points, but the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
On 2nd down, it's Cook. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
33, Dalvin.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. Cousins. My goodness, another interception. Picked by Kevin Byard. And he's going to score here. It's a Titans touchdown.
That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes the score Titans 24, Vikings 14.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
On the return, the Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play.
That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. He goes right back to Jefferson, and this one complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 17 yards, first down, Vikings. They'll get about 40 as he's brought down right around the 42.
He's brought down at the...
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It's only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 2nd and 7, Cousins. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 42. 16 yards, a first down. They go play action. Cousins.
And the running back position just get...
And now here's another interception. Picked by Kevin Byard. And he'll bring us all the way back out to midfield. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl when you have 4 in one game. I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching.
Now 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. He'll start with a give to Henry. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line.
Ball carrier.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd and 7, Tannehill. Complete. It's Henry.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Now Tannehill. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the... Ball free, and it's 4th down.
Brings up 4th down.
Here's Brett Kern now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 20-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Again, it's Cook. He's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
He's tackled at the...
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It's a gain of 7. First down, Minnesota. Cousins now to throw on first down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30. Interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it. And sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11. At the 30-yard line.
2nd and 11 now. Tannehill. A battle for it here, and this will be caught. And down inside the 15 he goes. 16 yards, a first down.
Tennessee.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
From the 6 now on 2nd and 3. Here's Tannehill. They set up the screen for Henry. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Titans capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. A 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
31. Vikings.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be fielded. It's a touchback and comes out to the 25.
25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. The tackle is made by Adoree Jackson. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time to make sure you get in shape.
Brings up a third down.
I ain't going to scan downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
My goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 39. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. Henry relishing the chance to be the Titans' lead dog. He's in the backfield again on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down.
A gain of 11 on the play.
And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Titans. They've got the football. They'll be looking to extend their lead here as we begin the 4th quarter. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Running from the gun with Henry. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Now a timeout being called as there's an injured Titan down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. They'll try the air now with Tannehill. It's caught. Smith. And shutting him off now open field. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Jonnu Smith, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead. He's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Vikings 14.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this one will not be handled. It's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat for a first down. And now here's another interception. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Here's Tannehill. On the screen, this is Evans. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, the up and down the field longer than you expect.
And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it?
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll look to run with Evans. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. The quick slant caught. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. A great job to hold him to just a yard there. Now it's 4th and goal.
And goal from the 2-yard line.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And that'll push the lead from 24 up to 27. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points. But this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Throwing, Cousins. This one brought in by Jefferson. And finally down it goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. For 36 yards on the play.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
Ball carrier.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. From 3 yards out. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
They got into the end zone. An extra point up and good by Bailey. And the lead now down to 20. Fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Titans take over 1st and 10.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. They'll begin on the ground with Evans. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. To throw on 2nd down is Tannehill. And he'll have it past midfield, almost close to the 40 before being taken down.
It's a
gain of 32 that time.
First down, Tennessee.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Back to throw, Tannehill. That's complete to Darrington Evans, the running back. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. From the gun, here's Tannehill. He fights him off. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
The Titans on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. To the air again, Tannehill. And that's caught by Smith. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3 from the 9.
Gain of 7 brings up 2nd and 3 at the 9-yard line.
Throwing now, Tannehill. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8. The Titans were number 1 in the NFL in red zone touchdown percentage last year, 77%. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge. And someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call it?" He was waving the hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Throw for Thielen once again. This time it's complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 16 yards, a 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. action now. Cousins. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Kevin Byard. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line.
Intercepted by the Titans. They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Today's final score, Titans.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win.